We are in Chapter 4, Section 4.8, Polynomial Division. In this video, we are going to go over problem number 6, in which we are to divide the following polynomials. It also says arrange polynomials in descending order and then divide. We have to acknowledge that the denominator, that means the divisor, is written in descending power, so we just write it as is, but the numerator, the dividend, is not, so we have to rearrange it in descending powers. So we start with negative 15x cubed, then we have plus 14x squared, plus 5x, and then plus 8. I like to add those vertical bars to keep track of the degrees of the terms in my diagram for easy addition, and label them from 3 down to the constant term column. Identify the leading term of the dividend and the leading term of the divisor and divide them accordingly. I like to keep things written down on the side here. So we get negative 15x cubed to be divided by 3x. Simplify, negative 15 over 3 is negative 5, then 2x's remain. That's of degree 2, so we write it in the proper column in the quotient area and multiply the newly obtained term of the quotient by the whole divisor by distribution. So we get negative 15 and then x cubed and plus 20x squared. We are to subtract it from the current dividend, so we multiply it by negative 1 to get plus 15x cubed and minus 20x squared. We write it that way under the current dividend, binding the columns of proper degrees when we write the terms for easy addition, and add. The first two terms, as always, must simplify. 14 minus 20 is negative 6x squared, and then we write the rest plus 5x plus 8. The degree of that result is 2, which is not less than the degree of the divisor, which is 1. Therefore, we have to perform another division step with our result as the new current dividend, whose first term, leading term, is negative 6x squared. And that leading term is divided by the leading term of the divisor, 3x. Simplify to get negative 2 and then x. That's of degree 1. We write it in the proper column of the quotient, multiply that newly obtained term of the quotient by the whole divisor by distribution. So we get negative 6x squared and plus 8x. Again, we multiply it by negative 1 since we need to subtract it from the current dividend to get plus 6x squared and minus 8x, and write it that way using proper columns, of course, under the current dividend. Perform the addition. First, to simplify, 5 minus 8 is negative 3x, of course, and then plus 8. The degree of that result is 1, which is still not less than the degree of the divisor 1, and therefore we perform another division step with minus 3x plus 8 as the current dividend, whose leading term is negative 3x, and that leading term is divided by the leading term of the divisor, 3x, which simplifies to just negative 1, which as a polynomial is of degree 0, so constant term of our quotient. That newly obtained constant term is again multiplied by the whole divisor by distribution, giving us negative 3x plus 4. But we are to subtract it from the current dividend, so we multiply it by negative 1 to obtain plus 3x minus 4. Write it that way, using proper columns, of course. Perform the addition. The first two terms simplify. 8 minus 4 is 4, which is a polynomial is of degree 0, which is finally less than 1, the degree of the divisor. And that means we're done with our long division. 4 is our remainder. We also have the complete quotient. And it's just a matter of writing the final answer to our division problem in the form quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. So negative 5x squared minus 2x minus 1 plus the remainder 4 over the divisor 3x minus 4. No further simplifications can be performed in here, and therefore this is our final answer to this division problem.